So I just thought I'd bring you a little bit of a montage of my 2020 in review. Now I know it wasn't quite the season that we'd all hoped for, and I know that the White Nova's pretty much dominated the channel. However, I feel that 2021 I'll get to bring more sort of content to you, more regular content as well, and hopefully a bit more action within the White Nova. But yeah, I do appreciate you subscribing and following the build of these cars, or mainly that car, and I hope to catch us around in 2021. So another little update in my world of cars, and probably in about 14 years in searching, I've actually finally got my private reg plate. Yeah, I've been looking for this for a long time, and yeah, finally taken ownership. So that's my daily driver, and obviously the trailer as well for transporting the cars around. And yeah, really happy boy. Rather than finding a new garage, I've decided that I want to get my house finished in order to move and have somewhere big enough maybe for a garage on the house as well. Then I'm not travelling to and from the workshop or garage. So this one's had to be finished off on the driveway, and my other one, I don't know if you can see it back there, but has had to go into my single garage, which when the weather's not been too great, I've actually been in there stripping that off. So if I just walk to the garage now, I'll actually show you and keep you up to date of what's going on. This is my other build I want to bring to the channel. Now as you can see, it's looking a little bit sorry for itself, but this was actually my black Nova GSI with the C20 let in the front of it. As you can see, I've started collecting a few parts already. The F28 gearbox there, hopefully that'll be in good condition, but we'll get a quaff in the front of that anyway. But yeah, the car, I'm really only working on this when the weather's pretty poor. So far I've been quite fortunate, we've had good weather, so obviously the priority is the white one at the minute. So I actually guess, as promised, this is a little bit of a walk around and a bit of an update video of what's been actually happening with my black Nova GSI. Through about 3 or 4 stages of building, from about 200 brake horsepower I think I started with. Then went to phase 2 EDS software, took it to about 240, 250 brake. Then did a rebuild up to about 330, 350 brake. Then ended up around about 400, and then I did a big rebuild that you can see on the channel in about 2013, and I think that took it to me around 500 horsepower on a Garrett GT 3076R, I think it was at the time. There, and it's just actually let go. I noticed before when I was removing the fuel tank, sorry, but it's just actually let go at the top of the spring, and yeah, you can get your fingers in there now and a bit crusty. So again, I think that had happened on the white one as well. So there we are, managing to dodge the weather, throttle body and inlet manifold refit. So this is the bit I've been most excited about turning on. As you can see, this is my 2.5-inch exhaust system, or what will be 2.5-inch exhaust system anyway. So I've just rigged the trailer up, ready to pull it on. Yeah, like I say, I'm going to jack up that second deck, and then hopefully get underneath it to do the exhaust system. Kind of helps having that second deck, just so it makes it easier to get under it rather than working off the floor. So I actually can't wait till we're heading down to like Santa Pod with them two on the go. And that reveals the underside of the car. So obviously I've got to come from that manifold end point down there, and then work my way through this tunnel under the fuel tank, and then into eventually what will be the back box and tailpipe. So I think I am going to call that it. I'm pretty damn happy with the way that's turned out. There's fuel in the system. I did have a leak from this, so that's now for some reason mounted upside down, but we can sort that, that's not an issue. For now it seems to hold fuel pressure, so I guess the next thing is to be a bit brave and actually turn the key. So a little bit of a frustrating day yesterday. I got it a few cranks over, and I think I went to try either the 3rd or 4th time, and my battery went flat. So we've now put the battery on charge overnight, so I should have enough power in there. So yeah, I think fingers crossed, turn the key now, and it's gonna fire up. So as you can tell, I'm a really happy boy. So after a successful first start last week, I decided that I would just try and get idling properly without my input. So just adjusting the idle screw there, I decided just to see if I could get it ticking over without me touching the throttle or anything. However, when I went to do that, I just decided to check the oil level on the dipstick, and it turned out that there was a Mayo solution on it. So I guess as you're probably all aware by now, that you can't actually use a Z20 steel head gasket with these 8-valve engines. So I've actually ordered now this Earl ring sort of composite, I guess original sort of style head gasket. Now I haven't tended to use these on the 16 valves for that long, because the last time I ever used this sort of style gasket, it lasted me all of about 2 weeks. So there we are, that's pretty much it. The engine's reassembled and the sump's back on. I didn't film it because it's pretty much the reversal of the removal, which you've already seen. I just need to top it up with oils and coolants now, and then I'm going to fire it up and run it up to temperature and see if like the fan kicks in and all that sort of stuff. So it's Wednesday 22nd of July 2020, and after years of building, we are now actually ready to go to the rolling road. Now on that rolling road session, it actually made 144 horsepower. However, it was the XEV injectors that were maxed out and couldn't provide any more fuel. So since then, and within the lost video footage, I have fit some Astra VXR injectors and we've actually been back up to the rolling road. However, during that time, something went catastrophically wrong in the engine. Now I'm sort of hopeful that it's just a seized camshaft and I can swap the cam and the box over. However, when we get to the cam box, and I don't know if I can do it one-handed, but the cam is seized in there, it's not spinning. So, as I predicted, it is the cam and the cam box that are going to need replacing. And then the biggest purchase by far is I've decided to go for the new Kent Cam AST16. So there we are, that's the engine all assembled again. Now I still need some engine oil in there. I need a header tank, which I'll just use the temporary one that I used to get it mapped to last, and then some fuel in the tank. And hopefully then, fingers crossed, it's just a case of starting it up and getting that running in procedure done. The second one is that it actually needs running in. Now to run it in and get the new cam running, embedded into the valve and lifters, it actually needs to sit at around about 2,500 to 3,000 revs for about 20 minutes, half an hour. Now I don't think that's actually possible down the side of my house. So yeah, I'm just going to go and fill it up with fuel now, or go and get some jerry cans of fuel, get some engine oil in there, get the coolant in there, and then fingers crossed, take it somewhere and start the running in procedure. So I guess for the final time in 2020, thank you all very much for watching and subscribing and following the build of this car and basically taking time out of your day to watch what I do. Again, thank you very much. I hope you have a good new year in whatever you can do. Take care, stay safe, and I shall see you in 2021.